Who would be, if there's any grandfather, who do Argentines look at as the founder of the wine industry, or the first one to make it big, or is there one name that sort of...
It's very hard because, remember, we're Argentinians and we're Italians also. We think we all are. Everybody thinks that it's the best.
Absolutely.
So I will say that because, of course, there were traditional names, but there wasn't the name of the owner, was more the name of the wine that we know, Termidor, and things like that. But the sophistication of the wine industry today is only 20 years old or 25 years old. And that's where we started to have all these names. Producers putting their name with a lot of pride in their bottles. But there's some traditional families.
So let's move on to back to celebrating Malbec, since we're working up to our Malbec Day.
Yes.
Terrazas de los Andes Single Vineyard La Compuertas Malbec 2010.
Yes.
So now we're up. This is amongst the most significant Malbecs coming out of Argentina.
Yes, and you can see immediately when you poured it, it was totally inky. And this also marks or highlights what's happening in Argentina, that the wineries are looking for their single vineyard expression.
So this is Lo Andacoyo.
Yes.
And a single vineyard.
Yes.
And can you tell us about the vineyard?
Well, not about this vineyard. I'm sorry, I don't know much about this vineyard, but I can tell you that Terrazas, who is owned by Chandon, they came to Argentina. Chandon came to Argentina in the 1950s, and is one to produce sparkling. They were mostly producing sparkling.
Chandon is amazing that way.
Oh yeah.
They were everywhere before anybody else.
Yeah, but Chandon Argentina was the most successful Chandon outside France.
So the Argentines love their sparkling wine?
Oh yeah, we drink a lot of sparkling. We are huge into sparklings, huge. So what I can tell you about Terrazas is Terrazas was born from Chandon not that many years ago, probably 15 or 18. Sorry guys, I'm bad with years. But definitely they went with a mission. They already had vineyards in Mendoza, but they went with a mission. The wines that we're making in Argentina, they were more light body, they were easy wines, more towards the Argentine consumer of the time. This is a wine where they zero in, is a focused winery, is a focused wine. And wow.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's a focused wine. There's a lot of Malbec coming out of that nose. I got a note from Kiersey, who's helping to produce this, to make sure that I say hello to everybody out there. We say hello. We've got people watching from Paraguay, Oregon, Texas, California, Argentina, and Brooklyn, the strange country to the east of us. So cheers to everybody. I hope you guys are drinking along with us. Get your Malbec on. Get it ready for Malbec Day. So this is like a serious expression of Malbec.
This is a type of wine that for me, it takes me a long time to taste, because I love just to smell it.
And Astoria, Queens. I'm supposed to say Astoria for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. It's like the teleprompter. You got to be careful what's fed into the teleprompter. So Terrazas de los Andes, so terraces of the Andes.
Yes. What their goal was they experimented and they analyzed what the vineyards do in different altitudes. And they do blends of the different altitudes, and that's why they call it terrazas.
So this is really, because the weather is fairly consistent, there's no rain anywhere. So these single vineyard expressions really are tied to the soil and the elevation very much.
Yes, and the age of the vines. I don't have here the age of the vines, but probably these are 20 plus years.
Well, you're not good with age.
No, what
did
I say?
Years. First, it's located 3,500 feet above sea level, and it's old irrigated vines planted in 1929
Wow.
from a selection of pre-phylloxera Bordeaux vines. So
I knew this was
this is
old.
old.
Old, yes.
There can't be much of it.
There is an elegance. The wine is very well integrated. The alcohol, the tannins, the acidity, and it's really, it has a lot of, it's a fleshy wine. It has a lot of flesh. Really, it opens, and it's like opening, digging at the subway on the 2nd Avenue. Through my body.
That analogy. Something that's never done, over budget, explosions are going off. It is very deep. It's got it's a very interesting wine. It really draws you in.
Yes.
And you get a sense of the very poor soil. There's a certain minerality underlying the fruit here.
And the wine keeps giving you different flavors throughout the
Sure,
tasting.
You get the sense that
Yes.
over hours and
Yeah.
years, this will evolve.
Yeah.
This is 2010, 2009, 2012. Have there been any anomalous years where there really is some issue? It's either too hot or
Because there are very few variations of climate. We had some situations during La Nina or El Nino, and sometimes, like 2002, it became one of the best vintages ever. I think that the variation in 2008 was not that good because, again, was one of the two, or La Nina or El Nino. But I think that one of the biggest changes that I have noticed from one year to the other is the expertise of the vineyard manager and the expertise of the producer, the winemaker, because it's like they are learning. It's a learning process.
it never ends.
No,
For the best of it.
and that's why I can see that the wines are getting better because they understand how to make it better. Today we can say that there is a huge movement now in Argentina. Before we were a captive country. There were no imports of other wines for 60 years in Argentina. Even today, although we are so successful worldwide, in Argentina they drink 85 to 90% of the wine produced.
They drink it all up. They drink it